Hi, my name is Morgan Skarin and I am the business developer of Lanterna. And I'm going to tell you about stealth labeling and why it matters. But let's start off with RNA-based therapies. These are therapies that target cells on DNA-RNA level. And this enables them to cure or modulate any kind of disease. And this was previously totally impossible. Recently, there has been a massive increase in clinical trials of these kinds of drugs. And two good examples are the COVID-19 vaccines based on mRNA. These are the catalysts for this development. But there are challenges that impede the clinical progress. RNA needs to be delivered on site, on specific cellular compartments in order to exert its effect. Where, how, and when the RNA reaches this destination is tricky to study and to control and design. Current labeling technology is suboptimal as it affects the natural behavior of RNA. We got a solution. We have developed new fluorescent base analogs, in short FBAs. And these resemble natural nucleobases. They have natural base pairing and fluorescent properties. And this is in general what a FBA is, and what makes ours special is that they're very small, they mimic nature, and they're highly emissive. And this makes the labeled RNA retain more of its natural behavior. This is why we call it stealth labels. And these are patent pending in 2 patent families. I'm going to show you now how inadequately labeled RNA behaves. Here you have RNA trying to enter a cell, and what happens next, you don't know if you don't have a good label. With a good label, this is what you will see. You will see the RNA at the specific cellular compartments, and that is exactly what researchers need to be able to see. Our offer is to unlock RNA studies previously impossible. And this will lead to new discoveries and long-sought answers. It will also facilitate and likely short-track the paradigm shift to RNA-based therapeutics. Our next steps are strategic research collaborations. We are already in discussions about a few of those. We also have been contacted by manufacturers and distribution companies about being a supplier of our nucleobases. We will also do additional verification for the robustness and in-depth studies of our bases. And we are likely to raise capital during 2022. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lanterna, for a great presentation. Please, grab a seat. While you did your presentation, there were a couple of things that I just wanted to probe in some more. Could you tell me more about the background of the research and the team?
Yeah, sure. So the research comes from Formula X. It's a research consortium where Chalmers is one of the academic actors. And the founders come from 2 academic groups on Chalmers. It's Professor Marcus Wilhelmsson group and the group of Elin Esbjörns Winters.
And for how long has the research been going on before you decided to commercialize?
So I think the consortium was initiated in 2017, and I'm not sure whenever this project was really initiated, but it goes back a long time, and there's a lot of hours put into the synthesis of the FBAs and
right.
Yeah.
That's cool. So for those who might watch this and they know kind of what it's about, to make it a little bit more or a little bit less abstract, could you tell me something about, what would this kind of product look like?
Yeah. So first off, that's a very good question. Of course, it's tricky to explain, and that's the reason I left it out. But it's.
I'm going to give you a shot now.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, basically, we have several options. We could we could become a product company. We could become a service provider company, or a mixture, a hybrid of both.
Okay.
The simple answer is that we could provide the FBAs as building blocks pretty soon. But if we want to capture a larger portion of the value, we should perhaps combine it with services and sell it to or help like big pharma or biotech companies with the whole process, because this is brand new. We are the first one in the world who has done this.
Right. So basically creating both the business model and an ecosystem around the tech.
Yes, and also you have the opportunity of creating additional assays, because to be honest, we don't know for sure all of the applications right now.
Yeah, of course, and to probe a little bit more about the research and the science behind it, I read somewhere that one of the researchers or the team's publications regarding the impact was a really well-read article in JACS during 2021.
Yeah, the JACS paper, it seems like it was the most read one last year. So quite big impact on the science society. And of course, that's the reason that we have been contacted by companies, the manufacturers, distributors, and also are having the discussions with the bigger companies.
That's really great. And what would the typical dream customer in the upcoming 12 to 18 months be for you?
Well, you could say like any big pharma, but anyone in developing RNA therapeutics, basically. There is a company called Moderna. That everyone knows about right now, due to the COVID-19 vaccines, and they are of course a very high potential customer.
And one last question.
Sure.
Where will you be at in 5 years' time?
In 5 years?
Yes.
Well, that's up to the board.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, but if you ask me, I think we will be acquired well before that, because of the applications that we will provide.
Exciting times ahead. Good luck. And Moderna and Big Pharma, if you're watching, please take contact. Now, on to our next presenting startup, none less than Beat Vascular Health. Stage is yours.